What's up, y'all? I'm Amber Janae, and we're here at the Other Art Fair in Chicago, Illinois. We're going to check out some dope art, hopefully meet some dope-ass people. So let's get started. So what's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Ingrid Matthews, and I'm living in Bloomington, Indiana.
Billy Ludwig, Akron, Ohio.
Duncan Sherwood Forbes from Los Angeles, California.
I'm Jill.
Hi, Jill.
I'm from here in Chicago.
I can tell you've been doing great lately, great things. How have you enjoyed it so far?
Oh, it's wonderful connecting with the other artists and having so many conversations with art lovers.
Overall takeaway is just great people.
You like it?
If I had to sum it up into one thing,
Yeah.
I love meeting the people. I love the reactions to my work. People who have bought my work have been in love with it, which is what I love.
Yes.
The artists here are top of the line.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Very friendly.
Excellent. And they're so great at their craft.
I used to work in healthcare, and
Oh, wow, big jump.
big jump. Oh yeah, and I work twice as hard and
Yeah.
make half as much money,
Yeah.
and I'm 4 times as happy as I ever was
I love
before.
that.
And it is like my wire work. I know is something that people love as well.
Yeah.
I feel very fortunate that
Yeah.
what I want to make is also stuff that people want to buy.
Exactly.
But not everyone has that.
Right.
And I'm very lucky to be one of the few who gets to live full time off their art.
This life feels like the sunny water.
Oh, is this your first art show? How many have you done?
No, this is my third of the other art fair. I did this in Chicago last year and in Los Angeles a couple years ago.
This is my first time doing the other art fair.
What?
It's my first art fair ever.
What?
Yeah.
Congratulations!
I love it. I've been a huge fan of other art fair for maybe for how long they've been doing it.
Oh, wow.
It's been awesome.
Well, I travel a lot, I can tell you that. I've been all over the place doing shows, and Comic-Cons mainly over the past 10 years or
Oh,
so.
wow. That
So,
seems right up your alley, huh?
Yeah.
With your style of work.
It has been, yeah.
For
yeah,
sure.
But changing gears and doing more of the art fairs and gallery stuff.
What do you say you're trying to get across here with what's your message?
I don't know that I have a message. I just want to create stuff that people are happy to look at. And,
Yes.
hang in their homes and continue to look at.
Yes.
Just stuff that's cool.
Well, mission accomplished, for sure.
My lips, but the sun's on it. Pour it out, pour it
I'm really trying to do kind of like energetic landscapes, pieces that feel like you can enter into them, that kind of are about the tone or the atmosphere in a place, kind of the way music can fill a place with a certain
Right.
vibe. I feel like color can do that too.
It's true. And art does have that effect.
Joy.
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 Oh,
I mean,
feel
lots
it.
of other things too,
I
but
feel
definitely
it.
joy.
I feel it. And it looks like you're doing it. Oh, my gosh.
thanks.
I love it.
Like this is art that I create to try and bring people joy.
Yes.
I also do art that I don't sell, which is purely about self-expression. And it might make people think and consider tougher realities about life. But that's not stuff you might necessarily want on your home. You know,
Right.
That's stuff for the gallery, for the museum.
Exactly.
And so the purpose of this art, at least, is to bring forth joy and beauty.
Yes. Oh, and I feel like you've accomplished it, really. Oh, wow.
Stay up all night, gotta work now. Make up my mind, then it turns around. Say that I'm fine till I burn out. Thinking this money sounded so nice.
So what would you say any other influences have been around you?
Well, as far as artists, I would say Helen Frankenthaler, Mark Rothko, some of my big influences.
What are your biggest influences, you'd say?
Okay, for this series,
Yes.
Fantastic Fungi is a documentary I watched.
Oh, okay.
And I was so influenced by
Yeah.
the mushrooms that I had to draw them.
I often build or drawing. Drawing is the biggest inspiration. I was an obsessive drawer when I was a kid. I had a teacher show me Alexander Calder's circus.
Yes.
Which is like, you've heard of it?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, it's like, he's one of the first wire sculptors that I ever knew about. And he had this great playful work.
Yeah.
And from there, I started doing it and tried to kind of transform my style of drawing into wire sculpture.
Yes.
And over time, it's become this kind of spot between where it's between 2D and 3D.
Yeah.
I try to investigate what it's like to have sculptures that actually draw.
Wow, I don't know. I think for this style of stuff I do with the mixed media, it's definitely influenced by street art,
Yeah.
guerrilla marketing, and when you're downtown, you see all the posters hung up.
Oh, yeah.
People graffiti them, written on them,
Oh, yeah.
tagged them, whatever. I think that's been a lot of inspiration for the mixed media
Exactly.
stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
running out, trying out. What did you say?
on the West Coast until last year. So,
What? I'm totally getting
new
West
in the
Coast vibes. I'm
Really?
totally getting West Coast vibes. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
I'm new in the Midwest.
Oh wow! So do you feel where you come from, or where you've moved from? Do you feel like it's affected your art?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like the natural world around Seattle is so stunningly beautiful, and I don't live there anymore, but I feel like it's still kind of in me. The misty weather and the incredible spring flowers and the water. So I like to reference elements of nature, light and water.
I love
Even though
that.
what I'm doing is really pure abstraction.
Yes, I can tell. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
So these are photos of travels I've taken to tropical places. And this is actually similarly influenced because if you kind of see the pool
Connection,
there,
yeah.
that's the connection there.
For sure. Oh wow, it's beautiful.
I love Chicago so much, but in March, February, this is where
Ready to go, huh?
Yeah.
I always have a lot of ideas, but it's never a bad idea to go run for a little bit or go outside and do something different.
Exactly.
And I think just even getting away from what you're doing sometimes sparks something.
Oh yeah.
On this side of my art, I really try to simplify things and capture universal concepts.
Yes.
Like the idea of a person bending over, bathing their hair.
Yes.
And so that's something that people can relate with. There's a comic theorist actually named Scott McCloud who talks about the idea of amplification through simplification. Kind of the concept that by paring something down to its essentials, its essential lines, essential concepts, we can bring forward something universal.
Absolutely.
So that's what I try to get in my portraits.
Wet my lips, but the surface around it. Pour it out, if I'm being honest.
How do you feel art affects society? Do you feel like it's one and the same, or how do you feel it?
That's a big question. I mean, I think it depends on the art. I mean, some stuff does have a statement. It makes you think a little bit more so,
100%.
And there's other things that, like mine is inspired by society and what people do in society, and I've taken it.
I feel like it's what separates us from the neighbors.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I feel like art is so important. I feel like even if society is too busy or too distracted to pay attention, it's still like on some magical, energetic level. I think it's still important that people are working on making beauty as they perceive beauty, and that beauty adds something to the world. Even if, like I say, even if we're too busy to pay attention.
Notice, right? Exactly.
I believe in it.
I
wouldn't
agree.
do this if I didn't.
I agree. Oh yes.
It should, ideally. I mean, I know there are some people for whom life is purely about function.
Yeah, function.
But art enhances life. It really does. And
It's what I wake up for in the morning.
Yes. That's saying a lot. So it's saying
That moment when I make a mark and I gasp, I'm going for that. That's what I wake up for.
Yes. What is art to you?
Ooh, what is art?
Yes.
Art is a manifestation of beauty, spirituality, the essence of being human, that pulsing color that you feel in your body. I feel like art is really fundamental to what makes us human and what we can share with each other, even without a common verbal language or anything like that. So I think it's like part of our human essence.
Absolutely.
And it's a high part.
It's one of those things like you can be taught to do Photoshop or something
Right.
like that, but to teach creativity, I think, is very, very difficult.
Oh yeah.
art is any form of self-expression. I see as art. I try to cast a really wide net.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people will try to gatekeep, what is art and what isn't. And I
That's
feel like as long as someone is being self-expressive and they consider what they're doing to be art, that is art.
Absolutely. That's what's important for sure.
Fine till I burn out.
And what would you consider success as an artist? I know it's very nuanced.
Oh, success.
Success to
well,
you.
I mean, success is when at least some of the art finds a home with somebody that that responds to it. So it's a communication, right? It's a form of communication. So even just in a show like this, when people look and they see something or their eyes light up, and that's really it. But I mean, more than that, of course, on a practical level, it's paying for your life, doing
Right.
what you love, and I mean, I feel really grateful to be able to do that.
Yeah. What would you consider success as an artist? What does it look like for you?
I think at the point where it was my main source of income is when I felt like I was being successful in
Yeah.
that sense. You know, and even at that point, it took me a while to, when someone said, what do you do for a living?
Right.
It took a minute to say
Artist.
You know,
That being there was that.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear it.
Being happy with what I do. That's to me a success.
And with that, we come to the end of our journey exploring the other art fair as a host for the profound connections between art, artists, and life. Here, we've delved into the depths of human creativity, witnessing how art has the power to inspire, challenge, and transform our existence. Until next time, guys, always appreciate the abstract in your life.